Men, this is supposed to be that bustling Shanghai from the Bailman and Great World days? Look at Shanghai now. They say like 8 million people have left. Just look, it's Saturday, and there's basically no one out there.
More and more people are raising doubts, and many now ask how many have left Shanghai. According to an article by the Greek news site Greek City Times, 1/3 of the population has already left the city, and the permanent population has fallen from 26 million to about 20 million. This figure is gaining acceptance among many residents because everyone can feel that Shanghai is becoming a less crowded city each day. From ordinary street corners to once packed commercial districts and shopping malls, the streets now have only sparse foot traffic, while homes stand empty and offices sit vacant. Such scenes have become so routine that they are beginning to change how people live and how they think.
Look at that. Even around the Oriental Pearl Tower it's like this. There are fewer people than back in my hometown. Where did everyone even go? Just look, there's literally no one. And it's a Saturday too. You've heard of Lujiazui in Shanghai, right? This is right under the Oriental Pearl Tower. And next to it is the luxury Thompson Epine apartments. Look at the malls around here. More than half of them are shut. And it's not just here. You know Xintiandi too, right? That ultra-luxury area where it's like 300,000 yuan per square meter. Even the prime commercial spot right across the street is closed. Even the richest people aren't spending anymore. This is Shanghai, the most developed city in all of China, honestly, in all of Asia.
Back then, no matter whose social feed you checked, it was all stuff like, my salary's too low, I'm overworked, I wanna quit. But this year, it's different. After-work drinks and get-togethers have clearly dropped off. And everyone's just trying to make a bit more money. Before, when I heard a friend bought a place, I'd feel jealous, frustrated, all kinds of things. But now, even if someone buys a house, it doesn't hit the same. It's this weird mix of feelings, and that tiny bit of envy from back then, it's just gone. Office buildings now, a lot of them are sitting half empty. Before, when you talked about office towers in Shanghai, big companies, small companies, they packed the floors. Now they're hollow, and landlords just keep cutting the rent. Shanghai has this strange thing going on lately. Delivery guys show up way faster than before. And sometimes when you call Didi, a luxury car rolls up to pick you up. I've been in Shanghai 6 years now. And honestly, this kind of scene still feels unreal to me.
At the very least, the official data released by the Shanghai municipal government shows the following. By the end of 2024, Shanghai's permanent population was 24.8 million, a decrease of 72,000 from the previous year. What is notable is that the non-permanent population fell by 237,900 to 9.83 million, dropping below 10 million for the first time. For many young people and migrant workers, Shanghai was once a land of dreams. So why have they abandoned that dream? The biggest reason is the economy.
Have you noticed? Shanghai now, it's changed completely. The way I feel, the city's just quietly getting poorer. Fewer and fewer people are eating out. Before Lunar New Year, all those folks who were saying, I love Shanghai, I really do. Once the new year came, they packed up and left. There was this couple who used to come to my shop a lot. But lately, they've just disappeared. I called to ask, and yeah, they'd already gone back home. They told me. In Shanghai, a 6,000 yuan monthly salary is normal. 2,000 for rent, 3,500 for the car loan. With the two of us living together, we barely have anything left each month. Eating out, we just can't afford it anymore.
I'm hitting my limit too. At first I thought doing delivery work in Shanghai would let me make over 10,000 a month. But yeah, it doesn't go that smooth. Today was payday, so I thought maybe I'd feel a bit happy. Last month I did 1,600 orders. The app showed almost 9,700 yuan. But what actually landed in my account was only 8,900. They take 8 yuan a day for insurance, and there are late delivery fines too. If you're more than 8 minutes late, you get nothing for that order. Last month I had like 150 late ones. This delivery job, it's brutal. Every month there's rent, utilities, all of that. And honestly, sometimes tightening screws in a factory feels like it'd be better than this.
They told us there'd be an all-hands meeting at 10 this morning, so I went in. There wasn't even the slightest sign anything was coming. Our company laid off 3,500 people at once, in Shanghai and Dalian together. It was honestly terrifying. I've never seen a layoff this big. I never saw it coming. I really thought I'd work here till retirement.
Not only people from other regions who moved to Shanghai, but even local residents are feeling this economic pressure. Beyond high rents and high prices, it is no longer easy to earn money as before, yet expenses remain high, and payments cannot be avoided. Many say that most of their salaries are consumed just by the cost of daily necessities.
I've lived in Shanghai 6 years, and my total living costs have already gone past 500,000. On average, that's around 7,300 a month. I broke it down by food, clothes, housing, and transport. First, housing. The place I'm renting now is 3,500 a month, and I pay another 300 for management fees. Water, electricity, gas, roughly 150 a month. So housing alone is about 4,000. Next is food. I haven't eaten breakfast for almost 6 years. I do 2 meals a day, about 25 yuan each, so 50 a day. That's 1,500 a month if you count 30 days. On weekends I eat a bit better, maybe grab some snacks too. So food ends up being around 2,000.
After discussing those who have lost the economic ability to stay in Shanghai, another question arises whether the wealthy truly feel secure continuing to live in the city. According to Bloomberg, since 2022, tens of thousands of wealthy Chinese have sought to emigrate overseas and have moved assets worth about 48 billion yuan out of the country. This is part of a large-scale capital outflow that reflects rising anxiety over the domestic political and economic environment. After the COVID outbreak, the upper class realized that the government's top priority is no longer economic development, but the consolidation of political power. As a result, they understand that political shifts could wipe out their wealth overnight. What is notable is recent information suggesting that in only 1 month, about 380,000 Shanghai residents applied to migrate to Europe. Although this figure has not been independently verified, it shows that even the wealthy, in a city once seen as the symbol of China's prosperity, are losing confidence in the future.
In just 1 month, 380,000 people in Shanghai finished their paperwork to go overseas. People from Jiangsu, Zhejiang, and Shanghai, their passion for emigrating is hotter than a steaming hot pot. You think they're all heading for the Statue of Liberty in the US or going to Canada? That's way too naive. Most of these 380,000 are choosing those small, wealthy countries in Europe. Instead of chasing the wide-open freedom of North America, they're picking little European towns and old castles. So why? One reason is that Europe's immigration rules are just easier to work through. Like in the Netherlands, if you buy a home for 250,000 euros, your whole family can get EU residence cards, get the same benefits as locals, and move freely across the 29 member countries.
The former prosperity of Shanghai was supported mainly by strong investment from foreign companies, and the city was once so vibrant that, according to an Italian chef, about half the people he met 10 years ago were foreigners. By 2024, however, the number of foreigners living in Shanghai had fallen to almost half of the 2018 level, which clearly reflects the shrinking international investment environment. To the question of whether 8 million people have left Shanghai, there is still no official answer, and this figure may be a cumulative total over many years, or it may be exaggerated. Even so, everyday observation is enough to see that today's Shanghai is no longer anything like its once bustling self. As the trade war with the United States continues and as domestic political instability rises, the future of this city, once called the gateway to the world economy, is now shrouded in deep uncertainty.